What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. In the previous part, we ended up going through the rest of Clive Rossfield's very tragic backstory by playing that flashback that we ended up getting. Got zapped back to the present, ended up trying to continue our actual mission, then betrayed the people that we were going to do our mission for because we ended up finding out that the person we were trying to kill, the Dominant, the person that the Empire clearly wanted killed, was actually Jill, reunited with her after 13 years, and in addition to that, we also reunited with Torgal after a man named Sid ended up rescuing us and saving us from the Iron Home, I believe it was the whatever their army was, and in addition to that, he took us back to his hideaway, and so there's Torgal over there with another character that we have yet to introduce fully. I know her name, but we're not going to introduce her fully yet. But yes, we are now here at the hideaway, so in this part, what we're going to do is we are going to explore the hideaway, so you can see nice place, but might as well just go around and see what's what. So let's go and see.
You hungry, are you? Might have something round here.
It's great to see Torgal survived, and
It'll hold for now.
it's great to see Torgal survive and, you know, actually, you know, be able to grow up and actually, you know, just live. But you can see this place is really cool.
We'll be needing a new sword.
Then you'll need to speak with Blackthorn.
And some nice lore by just kind of walking around and taking a look. We keep going through here.
Your brand. Lady Tyre might be able to see to that. You may have been born a slave, but you're a free man now.
These apples are all foul. Would you rather you went without?
As you can see, the people are still kind of struggling around here, but we're just making do with what we got, right? So, gonna keep going here. We can head up the stairs, I think. Let's see. Head up the stairs. Let's head to actually to the Fat Chocobo. So this
He's a
is...
soldier then.
Be surprised if he wasn't. The smell of war is thick about him.
Yep, we got a new face around here. This is the local restaurant, obviously, where people are eating and getting their food. Very cozy for the most part, all things considered, you know, especially that these places are being built, the highways being built in.
For a nip with old August before scampering back to his solar, but no.
Lonely, are we, August?
Basically being built in these ruins, and I think that this is probably a good way to just kind of head up to our actual objective, which is up here.
Careful, you. I've spent the whole morning on these steps.
Alright, buddy, calm down. I'm not trying to ruin your steps just using them.
Just working on a pet project of mine. Though she's not above biting the hand that feeds her. All right. I was hoping we might try and solve the mystery of poor Clive Rossfield. A bearer of the Sambrequois Imperial Army sent behind enemy lines. With orders to wait until it turned into a brawl, then slit the Dominant's throat in the chaos.
I didn't know it was her. How could it be?
And so, to save her neck, you slit your sergeants, then set your sights on the hills. Conveniently forgetting how the Empire deals with deserters. Because with that on your chop, my friend, we both know you won't be getting far. You've fallen a long way, Lord Rossfield. I'll not have it said that I'm a poor host.
What do you mean to do with her?
Do with her? Why, nothing. Her life is her own now. If I wanted to use her, do you think I'd be talking to you? All I want to do is help. Dominants like her branded like you. Of course, the realm doesn't approve, which is why we live in a cave. And it's also why we need help from branded who know one end of a sword from the other. What say you, Clive? Will you join us?
Sid, was it? I trust that you'll do right by Jill. But until my brother is avenged, I must walk my own path.
Avenged?
My brother was murdered by a second dominant of fire.
The Phoenix's evil twin. Oh, bugger me. Another rumor proven true.
I only stand here today because of Joshua. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I've slept in filth, drunk from a gutter, killed more men than I can count. You're right. The Empire will not suffer a deserter. This will be my best opportunity. My last.
Which is why you should join us.
I told you I'm not
Interested, I know. One of my scouts sent word there's a group of branded fugitives north of here, in the Imperial village of Lostwing. Among them is one he believes to be a dominant of fire.
Is he certain?
What say we go and ask him?
This doesn't mean I'm joining you.
Let's make ready then. You'll find everything you need down in the main hall. As well as a few things you don't. Have fun.
Alright, looks like we're getting a little bit more lore surrounding what exactly happened to... well, what exactly is happening in general. So, looks like there might be a dominant of fire.
He's in... Oh no.
Goots, was it? Perhaps you can help. Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
Well, there's old Nan's place. On second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
A blacksmith? To the forge it is, then.
Oh wait, no, hold up. You'll be needing this. Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway.
Alrighty. So I got some more items. Like I said, looks like we're getting some lore, and we're going to head to the village of Lostwing so that we can see if there really is another dominant of fire, or if that is the second dominant of fire that we're looking for. Alright, Blackthorn, we heard about him walking around, so let's talk to him.
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sid to Lostwing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to our holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so? Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
No. Damn you, Goots. All right. No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you. I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
Alright, so forging. The crafting of new gears, the upgrading of existing gear can be done at a blacksmith as long as you have the recipe and the proper materials. Select a highlighted item from the list and hold A to craft or upgrade. So when it comes to acquiring recipes, it's not really necessarily acquiring them. It's more like just getting to the point in the game where you can unlock them. Because I'll tell you this, through my very first playthrough of this game, there really wasn't a time when I was actively seeking out recipes. It's not like, for example, I've been playing Pocopia a lot recently, and there's no, like, having to seek out like a crafting recipe for anything if I'm not really that mistaken. There's obviously side quests throughout the game that will, but for the most part you kind of can just keep going through the game without having to worry about it. For the most part, it's just upgrade to what is the strongest available thing and you should be good to go. Crafting kind of takes like a little bit of a back end to this game. It's not as necessarily important to really min-max your gear or anything like that, right? So but like you said, so we got some iron filings, so we can make a new iron belt, so might as well do that.
And the belt, Caesar Square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
Alrighty, so notices when something is changed in the hideaway, notice will appear in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. In addition to stock updates for Karen's Toll and new forging recipes for the Black Hammer, there are also notices for new quests, new missives, as many other things. That icon will also appear in-game, as well as on the local map to indicate recent updates. So basically what that means is that there's like something to note worthy of that. Side quests will be delineated by a different icon, but when we get to those side quests, I'll obviously point those out. But yeah, that's just to tell you that something new is there.
I suppose I should thank Goots.
Fancy a mug of Kenneth's coldest when we're done?
Just tight as shit boulders.
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there.
You, blankets, quick as you like. All right, we make 'em comfortable while the bed's made up. Well, you just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
I'll get the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me? What the hell have I got myself into?
Alright, so like on the map, you can see there's something new with the Black Hammer and stuff like that, but we might as well attend to this man that has fallen in front of us.
Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, he won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Talia. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
Yes, and that's one thing I did forget to mention we also did, is that we left Jill in the hands of Taria, the healer medic that is, well, right here.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything, you ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Oh. And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
Alrighty, so keep an eye out for the green icon above the heads of certain NPCs. These indicate they have a quest to offer. So these are your side quests. So anytime you see a green icon, those are side quests. A list of current and completed quests can be viewed in the Journal tab in the main menu. To accept a quest objectives will appear in the to-do list on the right side of the screen. The objectives for obviously the main scenario and up to 3 side quests can be displayed simultaneously. I don't really care to use this feature all that much. You know, you can see, like, if maybe there was like a few days where you didn't play or something like that, you need to remember, oh, what the hell was I doing last time when I played this game? You can absolutely use that to that extent, but I don't feel that it's super useful beyond that. It's still a nice feature, though. Quest priority, and then you can obviously prioritize quests by highlighting and pressing A. Objectives for prioritized quests will remain displayed in the to-do list until the quest is completed or another quest is given priority. Priority status for a quest can be removed by highlighting and pressing A again. So the following hideaway facilities are also now available. 1,000 Tomes, the ever-growing compendium of all things Valisthea. The Orchestrion, a personal jukebox for songs collected throughout the game, which is really cool. That's like a jukebox. Both are located at the Hideaway's Eatery, the Fat Chocobo, which we explored a little bit earlier, and can be found on the local map by pressing that button. So, first things first, when it comes to side quests, I'll tell you this much. Side quests can be very short or very long, and as you get further and further into the game, they just get proceedingly much longer. There's a lot of side quests where they are genuinely, like, some of them can take up to 30 minutes to an hour, just depending on what the side quest is, because some of them are very long-winded, but a lot of them are pretty good. It's just, as you get further and further into the game, unfortunately, it can get a little bit tedious to complete all of them, and me with my OCD, I want to get those exclamation points off my screen. So if we press this here, you can see that there's going to be side quests there. So we do have a little thing we can talk to Blackthorn about, so let's speak to him again.
Well, so what'll it be?
So we can make a new broadsword, and we can make some iron braces, so we might as well make these.
No scratches.
Equip these. Now, we can reinforce them, but I don't really see the point in reinforcing stuff right now. I don't think it's really that much of that important, but let's talk to Lady Karen.
I need supplies for my journey to Lost Wing. Otto said you could provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you gonna buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now, let's see some coin.
Alright, shops. So both consumable items and gear can be purchased at shops around Valisthea, which is obviously the the world. The shop stock changes as the story progresses, so be sure to check frequently. Just like any game, as you progress further into the game, the stock on Karen's Toll will upgrade over and over and over again. Just like after you beat some gyms in Pokemon, you guys kind of get the idea of how that works. Very simple. Might as well, yeah, we can pick up a broadsword, iron bracers, but we don't really need anything else. We do have the ability to get a stone skin tonic. Damn, I can't talk today. But basically this just increases your defense for a limited amount of time, which is nice, but we think we'll pick up a broadsword, equip it, and then we can sell anything that we have yet to, that we don't have useful anymore. Whoops. Sell our bracers as well. Nothing else we can really sell. I like to kind of keep as much of this. And don't worry also when it comes to the amount of gear that you can hold onto in terms of like your bag space. There's no limit to bag space in this game or anything like that. So that's very nice to obviously know. But you can see our gil in the bottom left, our HP and everything like that. You can see all of our stats there. So
that's all.
Why, you've barely a gil to your name. You're taking his side now? And after all I've done for you. All right. All right, I can make an exception. But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
Alrighty, so we're going to grab some supplies that Lady Karen is giving us. And I'll tell you this much, Lady Karen, despite her very hard exterior... Alright, so when it comes, sorry for interrupting myself, but for the Arret Stone, essentially the Arret Stone is now accessible, provides Clive a safe location to test out new abilities and train against all manner of enemies. Additional options will become available as Clive progresses through the story. So basically you can just go this for a free training area just so you can test out abilities and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. I mean, I might as well hop in just so you can see it. You have training mode. I'm not going to explain too much. You can, set up enemies and stuff like that. It's nothing crazy. Hall of Virtue is a fully customizable battlescape that provides Clive a safe location. Test out. Yep, we already saw this. So he's a goblin, and I can just, use all the abilities and stuff like that. I can attack. I can see how much damage this stuff does. We can just obviously do this. So, yep, just a nice place for you to test out. You can even practice in here. Nothing too crazy. So it's nice to be able to have an option like this, especially if you want to see, like, for your ability builds and stuff like that as we progress through the game. It's nice to have that. So, and very simple, we can just go into here and then we can just there we go. Yes, you can absolutely have like a ton of stuff here where you can like just like a fighting game training mode. You can have certain things be like maxed out for bars and whatnot. There's recast timers, you can turn those off, kind of like cooldowns, whatnot. So overall though, yeah, there's really I don't think there's really anything else we really have to worry about here. I think this is the one thing I never hopped into training mode all that much. So give me 1 second. I'm not trying to be stupid here. Oh, I'm stupid. I don't know why. Obviously end training right there in the bottom right. But yes, that's very simply the Arret Stone. What I was saying is Lady Karen, despite her very tough exterior.
You all done?
Leaving already, are ya?
It's you I'll miss the most, Lady Karen. It always is.
Don't stop you going, does it?
This should be fun.
Right.
Alright, now we can use the world map to fast travel. New locations are unlocked by progressing through the main story and discovering waymarks known as obelisks. We'll encounter plenty of these throughout the game, and basically you can fast travel to them for areas that aren't like full cities like this, to areas that are sort of wide open, you know, combat areas. The world map will open automatically upon leaving an area, but it can also be accessed at any time via the main menu. So if we go here, and we go to the main menu, where is the world map? There it is. So we go here, and then you can see we have a mission over here, which we will obviously be doing here in this episode. But before we do that, I would like to go for the rest of the hideaway, because we do have a couple of side quests that we can do. And these ones, very luckily, if I remember correctly, are really not that long. But here is the Orchestron. You can obviously, any song that has been played throughout the game, you can absolutely have that going here, which is really cool. There's a lot of songs, one of the best soundtracks in the game I've ever heard, and so it's really cool to have that option to be able to do that. But like I was saying earlier, I kept interrupting myself with all the cutscenes and everything, but despite Lady Karen's hard exterior, she is actually a very sweet lady. You'll find that out as we progress through the story more. But we do have someone else to talk to here.
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tones, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen.
Alright, so Harpocrates here. He actually becomes, I'll tell you this, you might think that just given the fact that he's telling you stories, he's not really an important character, but I'll tell you this, throughout the story, just get ready, he actually becomes a much more important character than you'd expect him to be. But yes, you can view the 1,000 Tomes here.
Some new entries, if you would like to see them.
So, the 1,000 Tomes. The 1,000 Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valisthian lore, covering everything from basic terms to important persons, geography, and history. New information is constantly added as Clive progresses throughout the story. So it's kind of like, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, it just covers everything that's happened. So if you want to sort of go back and look at the lore of the game, you can go back through here.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
There you go.
What subject shall we consider today?
And as we go through here, you can obviously see a lot of different stuff. You have a bestiary for all of the, characters that we've encountered, or, stuff like that. You can also see, obviously, people of interest that we've run into. Obviously, we have here Ambrosia, our Chocobo, Hugo Kupka, and Benedicta Harmon, who we ran into in those cutscenes. Otto as well, a bunch of the characters you just met, such as Tarya, Karen, Goots, and Blackthorn. You can see how this is going to go. The King of Waloed, a lot of people that we saw in those previous cutscenes, and then you can see, obviously, a lot of these locations and topics. So there's just a lot of cool things that you can do here, even though it's not super necessary. I'm more than likely going to be avoiding this for the most part, because obviously, when it comes to the story, I didn't really do this when I played through the game, and so at the end of the day, focusing on the story as it appears to you is how I,
Did you learn everything you needed?
But with that, if we look at the map, there's nothing really else besides these side quests, so let's go and take a look and see what these side quests are about.
Ah, a new face, and dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat Chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals, Take these if you would, and be careful. They're hot.
Okay, so you can prioritize quests as you get them. Now, when it comes to side quests, I recommend you complete them as soon as you have the ability.
How long has it been?
I recommend that you complete them as soon as you have the ability to do them. And the reason I say that is because when it comes to side quests, they will not always be available to you throughout the story. So if you want to complete them, you should complete them right away, in my opinion. So, let's deliver some of this food to these people.
Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect, the old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad, and keep up the good work.
Now, you might be wondering all this slaves talk, and everything like this term of bearers. We'll discover that more as the story progresses. I didn't really understand it initially as the game first started, but trust me, this is a topic that is very, very just sensitive in general. It's a very adult topic, to say the least.
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
You can see a lot of these people are essentially sort of implying that they've been used as slaves and that this is their refuge.
Help. It sounds like Otto has everything under control, as always.
A lot of these people are just trying to find a good, a good and safe place to just be in peace, to live their lives the way that they want to.
So much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you.
That's the last one.
Alright, after completing the main objectives of some quests, you may be given the option to quick travel to the quest's final destination, because, no surprise here, there may be side quests later in the game where you're in a different location entirely from where the actual quest began, so it's no surprise that they give you the option to just teleport back, which definitely saves you a lot of time in the long run, especially when you're running around and stuff like that. If you see a prompt in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, hold that down to instantly travel to the NPC eagerly awaiting your return. Of course, this option is not mandatory, and you are free to ignore it. It can also be completely disabled via the game settings. I like to have that option always appear, especially, again, there's a lot of situations where you're going to be in a side quest where the end side quest is not in the same place where it started, so just to have that option is always a nice, very, nice slice of life, change, just to be able to have that. But because Kenneth is right over here, why use it?
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All three of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves. Speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free. Truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
You know, see, despite all this, maybe some of these side quests not really giving you an insane amount of rewards, which, by the way, we got a really nice amount of ability points, which we're going to be spending here before the end of the episode. You can see how it's really, there's a lot of world building in this. And sure, I apologize if this episode really doesn't have any action in it. I'm looking at my time right now. I actually don't think we're going to get to the mission that Sid wants us to go on in this episode, because we're already at 35 minutes, just from exploring this little hideaway. But at the end of the day, I want to give you guys the full experience of sort of what world we're a part of, because there's so much good stuff to this game that I really do think that doing these side quests as you have them available will do you more good in experiencing the game and the story and the characters as a whole, and give you a much more positive outlook on how this game is really built up. So you can see from Kenneth here, we already get this lore that bearers are otherwise just slaves. You know, these people who bear these marks, and you can see that obviously Clive is one of these people that has these marks. They're looked down upon as nothing more than, you know, animals, honestly, for the most part, given whatever food they can give, told what to do, very akin to history throughout the world. You know, that's why I say it's a very adult topic, because unfortunately there has been a lot of that throughout our history, throughout the world's history, excuse me. Alrighty, so countless treasure coffers lie across the realm, just waiting to be plundered. If you find one, don't hesitate to kick it open with A and reap the bounty. So at the end of the day, you'll find a ton of these throughout the game. Just walk up to and press A, and Clive will just do this. Boom. So we got a badge. Let's see what that is. I believe that's a piece of gear. What does that give us? Strength of a city. Increases defense. It's always nice to have that. So let's see. Yeah, we don't. These ones are whatever. Honestly, I'll be frank with you. Oops. Now the iconic ability sets really won't make sense right now, but as we get more and more of them, you'll understand. Let's see. I'm just making sure the other gear that we have. Yeah, I think we're good on that. Alrighty, I think to end out this episode, I said we were going to get into a mission today, but I just don't think we are with the time that this has taken us. We're going to do this last side quest, and I think we'll end it off here.
For now, we rest.
I heard they escaped their masters in the Imperial capital.
As it is, and I won't risk losing anyone through lack of preparation.
Not a moment too soon.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter where they came from. Only that they're here now.
Sorry those two speeches ended up happening at the same time. Just ran a little too quickly through there. But again, just more world building. And I understand that maybe it's kind of useless for me to just stop and listen. But I really want you to, again, experience this all. So let's walk up to here and see what this guy has for us.
This whole place is falling apart.
Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears. Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me and the hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
Ah, you can say that again. The Fallen knew their craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. Can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. All right, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction. Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
Let's prioritize the quest. Let's go ahead and find some wood. As you can see, as he mentioned, these are ruins of a civilization long since past. We'll learn about them more as we progress through the game as well. But yeah.
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Geoffrey, master carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance.
Better get this to Jeffrey, was it?
Yes, sir. Alright. Let's head over to Jeffrey, give him the rest of this wood. We'll be good to go. Helping these people out. Can't really complain about that.
Oh, you're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for? Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
Awesome. Got Make and Doom Men. Got 100 ability points. You can see that some of these side quests, pretty much all of them, are really worth doing. So we can trade that for you. So we can sell that, and obviously we get a meteorite that we can use for crafting. So that's nice. So I think what we'll do real quick is we'll go over to Lady Karen. We're going to sell that bug, and then we are going to spend our ability points because there are some abilities we can level up. Alright, let us go and... Let's go and sell. Where is the guild bug? Yep, we can sell that.
I'll be thankful you got that much.
For 200 buckaroos. Does she sell... No, she doesn't sell strength phonics.
Oh, don't.
But, let's go into our abilities here. Let us see what we can upgrade. We have 290. Can't really upgrade any of these, which kind of blows. But let's see. We can upgrade lunge. That's okay. Have that. We can master a good chunk of these, but we can't master that yet. I don't like that. I don't really care to upgrade this all that much. Man, it's kind of tough to think about what I want to upgrade. Should upgrade something though. Maybe just the lunge wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I think just upgrading the lunge would be alright. Yeah, and then we can save our ability points for further and later down the road. But alright guys, I know that we really didn't do much besides really explore the hideaway and get a lot more story and exposition in this game. But again, I told you, this game is very long. There's a lot to do. And so, I think we'll end things off here. So next time on Final Fantasy XVI, we'll be headed to the village of Lostwing with Cid as well as our reunited dog Torgal. And so we will go from there. So I hope you guys look forward to that. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lives.